Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. The mirror of life trapping was broken, and combat broke out, with chaos happening all around the party, and several different groups with varying degrees of history with each other, trying to swim to the surface and get away. After slaying a Dwergar, scaring off some undead warlocks that were coming after him, destroying the Oracles of Distortion, and having Geisel banish an aboleth to another plane, temporarily at least. The heroes took several of the remaining prisoners of the mirror and fled back to dry land as quickly as they could. Among them were the Owlbear, which turned out to be a polymorphed storm giant by the name of Kozert, who sought the warlock that had transformed him so that it could feel his wrath. The Rat King, who had come down to Yolrum earlier and ended up being captured in the mirror by the cultists of the Dreadbringer. Scarlet, a woman who was sent to try and destroy Bertram Greyhand, but failed and was put into the mirror herself. And a strange trio of creatures, including one that was a gigantic deer monster with some control over vines. And the only one of the trio that could talk was a gnome chef known as Wilcus Lumbaris, who said he was put into the mirror as part of some kind of ritual. Though what the exact kind was, he apparently did not know. Most importantly, however, even if not from the mirror, our heroes managed to get their hands on Geisel, who, as reports had said, was still completely mad, believing that he was not under Rankol's control, and that he was merely addressing some fans. However, once told of the old voice's awakening, Geisel seemed to recognize that would be a very bad thing, and offered up his assistance with knowledge when our heroes were intact enough of mind to think of some questions to ask the author and historian of the Eldritch Arts. For now, however, with a much larger party in tow, they returned to the hub in the center of Yolrum and took a rest, figuring out what on earth they were going to do next. What on earth are they going to do next? How many of their newfound companions will actually be useful? And even if they aren't useful, how long will our heroes spend talking to them in search of some fascinating lore? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires.